Good day guys, Kami here. Welcome to Langrisser 3.0 News from the Future. So on this part 2 of the video, we'll be featuring the new upcoming characters to be released in February. She's rich, she's a tycoon, she will bribe you, and if you disagree, she'll slap you with her free flow of cash. She has a big extreme makeover. She is none other than everyone's waifu, lowly, immortal to be, Sissy White. Yup, based on so much description about her, you guys definitely can tell I have succumbed to the power of richness. I have been bribed by Sissy White. Nah, just a joke. Alright, so on this part of the video, we will be featuring Sissy White, and I definitely have to say she looks cute and definitely much prettier than how she look like in the initial design and the story of Langrisser M. So alright, without further ado and much delay, we will be going through on her talent, class, and 3C. So on the talent, rough translation will be, and do know that at the end of the video I'll show you guys the inaccurate English translations of the skills, so no worries guys. So alright, the talent, and I'll be going through at rank 6. So here we go. Number 1, for soldiers, aside from HP, all stats will be increased by 20%. Number 2, at the start of a turn, she will gain 2 battle or war currency, which can be stacked or accumulate to a maximum of 10 tokens. Number 3, at the end of the turn, she can additional summon either a lancer, infantry, or a cavalry soldier unit. And in order to trigger this summon, it will take 2 turns for the cooldown for it to happen again. So alright, and below here written is the conditions and skills that the summon units have. So apparently either of the infantry, lancer, or cavalry summon will require the cost of 2 currency tokens. And for Lancer, they will have a skills of block and lance phalanx. So for the skill block, I might have a wrong translation, but apparently it's the skills that give you a 30% chance of reducing 50% damage of physical attack from enemy. Then infantry, they'll provide raw and attack command. Then for cavalry, they will have ram and hit wave. Okay, definitely is not hit wave, but there's a skill that Leon gain when he activates cavalry. When your HP is above 70%, you go into battle, your damage taken will be reduced by 30%. Yep. But seeing here, I'm kind of surprised that summon units finally get quite decent skills compared to the older generations where only Liana's Angel seems to be the best out of all summon. So yeah, alright, so you guys know how the summon works, and just a quick summary again of her talent. So number 1, aside from HP, all stats of the soldier units will be increased by 20%. At the start of a turn, she will obtain 2 battle currency, which can be stacked or accumulated to a maximum of 10. Number 3, at the end of a turn, she can do an additional summoning skills to summon either lancer, infantry, or cavalry. And to trigger this summon, it will take 2 turns to re-trigger again. And the following summon units will contain the following skills. So in order to summon either of them, they will consume 2 war currency. So for the Lancer class, they will have Blob and Lance for legs. For infantry, they will have Roar and Attack Command. And for cavalry, they will contain Ram and Heat Wave. So I gotta say, I will go for either summoning the Lancer or the infantry, because infantry will have Roar, which I can remove buff from enemy, and with attack command I'll have increase of intelligence and attack for my allies. Then for Lancer, well, Lance for legs, I can protect any units or heroes that need guarding against physical attack. So alright, for her faction buff, she will be Glory of Light and Princess factions. Okay, really nowadays if you're rich enough you can be a princess too, so yep. And moving on to her job scope. Okay, her initial job class, so she's a learner. Yep, that's a direct translation, so yep. Okay, the skill she will have is heal. So heal a single target units and heal them based on 5 times her intelligence and remove 1 debuff. And number 2 is a unique skill for her. It can be either known as bounty or rewards. So okay, it's an active skill. It will cause enemy units to take increased damage of 10%. These skills cannot be dispelled or immune, but it costs 2 war currency. So I gotta say, it seems kind of good, proper, not too shabby. However, seeing that all her upcoming skills seems to be costing a lot of currency tokens, she might bring the team down, or she might not be as good as she should be. Well, who knows, there might be other synergy to make her stronger or better in the upcoming format. Alright, then moving on to her left and right path. So on the left path, I presume, is the War Advisor path. Okay, so on the second class, which is the with Advisor. So she has a mass heal effect. So okay, it's an old skill, mass heal. As active skill, recover all ally in range and heal based on the caster 3 times intelligence and remove 1 debuff. And then to her third class, War Advisor. So again, I presume it's 2 new skills. The first one will be alert or warning. So it's a passive skill. When you actively go into battle, defense will increase by 12%. Okay, which I don't think she will really need it. Okay, and the new skill, okay, unique to her, is encouragement or motivation. So it's a support skill. It's an active support skill. Okay, when you use it, it will cause all allies in range to recover 2 times of the caster intelligence and will remove 1 debuff. And in addition, will increase their movement speed by +1 and immune to mobility reduction. It will last for 2 turns. And when being cast on summon units, they will gain an additional effect of damage due to enemy increased by 20%. It will last for 2 turns, but it will cost 3 battle currency or war currency. So alright, we're gonna go through a summary again. So number 1, basically it's like an improvement of a massive. So number 1, increase allies in range, heal them based on 2 times her intelligence. Number 2, remove 1 debuff on allies. Number 3, increase their movement speed by 1. Number 4, immune to mobility reduction. And these skills will last for 2 turns. Number 5, when being cast on summon units, they will gain an additional effect of damage deal will increase by 20%. And this additional skills for summon units will last for 2 turns too. And number 6, the cost for these skills is 3 war currency. So the skills look strong and good, but the problem is, again, it will require war currency, and knowing that at the start of the turn she only gain 2 war currency, and well, even for 2 turns she will just gain 4 war currencies. So you got to be careful on the skills that you will be going to cast, because 3 plus her summoning units will be 5, which will not be happening anytime soon in just 2 turns. But of course, this is just my thoughts and suggestions. So moving on to the other path, the Hermit Path. So the second class will be Summoner Path. So she will have Holy Words. Okay, it's a magic damage skill, single target, attack a single target enemy, do 1.5 times damage, effective against demon units. After battle, will heal allies with the lowest HP, and the healing will be based on the caster 4 times intelligence. So okay, it's all skills that Chris have. And on the third path, Hermit. Okay, she will have on all skills, mass enchantment. So it's a support skills, active skills. When you cast, all allies in range will receive a buff of increasing attack and intelligence by 20%, immune to attack intelligence reduction, and immune to silencing of active skills. It will last for 2 turns. Then the last skill, which is the new skill, which is the most funniest part, and sorry guys, oh my god, once you listen what I'm gonna say, you guys might feel funny too. So the skill name, if I gotta say, will be firing, as in fire the workers, or unemployment. Yeah, I can't find a better word for now. Sorry for my limitations of vocabulary. So right, it's an active skill. So what it's going to do is, when you cast on enemy, you will just directly fire their soldier units. Cannot be immune, and it costs 3 war currency. So yep, as weird as I sound, so you just think of it this way. If you can remember Zerida, her skill of El Hazard, when you cast El Hazard, so she will sacrifice all her soldiers. So this skill is similar to that. And yep, so when you just cast on enemy, it will just cause all their soldier troops to be fired. They'll lose their job, and that's it. However, this skill will cost 3 war currencies. So okay, I am not sure how useful it will be, but it definitely sounds funny. So yeah. All right, moving on to the 3C. tactic of the business trade. So alright, that is passive and active. So passive skill. For every summon units that dies in battle, Sissy White will gain 1 war currency. Alright, so on an overview, this passive sounds very useful and strong. I mean, regardless of allies or enemy, as long as a summon unit dies, she will gain a war currency. But the problem is, what if your enemy do not play summon units? This will be the first downside. And second, without war currency, Sissy White will not be able to summon unit, and so at the start of a turn she'll gain 2, then at the end of the turn she'll summon a soldier, and you have to wait for that summon unit to perish or die only for her to take back 1 currency. So it sounds a bit slow and might not be worth it unless your whole team in either PvE or PvP matches consists of summoners. So like Angelica, Bozo, Lana, Liana, and the 5th being Sissy White. So yep, that's it. Or other stronger summoner you can think in, Akaya. So yeah, Akaya is definitely a must because at the start of the turn she will summon a wolf and you can sacrifice the wolf, and then she'll automatically gain 1 more. So okay, that's 3, but I can't think of a faster way to speed up to maybe allow her to get between 4 to 5 currency within the turn. But then again, in future we will have crazy pro players that will come up with the plan, and we will just leave it to them. Alright, moving on to the active skills. So it's again a series of option skills for you to choose. So number 1, okay, I guess I can't think of a name to translate, so it's okay. I'm going to go with Do or Die. So the first skill will be called Do or Die. So its active skill, it will cost 5 war currencies. Heal target's units back to 100% HP and cause their attack, intelligence, and defense to be increased by 30%. Damage will be increased by 10%. It will last for a turn. If this sorry guys, if this target unit has already ended their turn, you allow them to act again and will cause this it will cause brain freeze, huh? Okay, it will cause war business tactic to change their cooldown to 2 turns. Then second will be long investment. Against active skill, it will cost only 1 war currency. Heal a target ally HP to 2 times the caster intelligence and apply investment on them. It will allow them at the start of the turn to obtain a random strengthening effect or random buff effect. And in addition, when they kill an enemy unit, the caster will gain 2 war currencies. It will last for 3 turns. So invest effect cannot be dispelled nor immune. So all right. So this is how Sissy White is gonna get her war currencies token. So at the start of a turn, you will need to rely to cast this long investment on an ally, and provided if your ally will be strong or good enough to, well, kill off enemy units as soon as possible to allow her to accumulate war currency. So right now there's only two possible characters that I can think of for this to work. It's either Sherry, because of her talent, which can allow, if she's able to kill off enemy units in the turn, she will allow Sissy White to gain 4 currencies in a turn. And the other will be SP Adlermutler with his new upcoming skills. So yep, these are 2 candidates that I can think of right now, because there's a for these skills there is a 3 turns effect. So yep. Alright, so gonna do a re-summary again. So alright, number 1 will be do or die, cost 5 war currencies. Number 2, recover target's units HP of 100%. Number 3 will increase their attack, intelligence, defense by 30%. Number 4 will cause damage due to enemy to be increased by 10%. Last for a turn. Number 5, if the units has already ended their turn, it will allow them to act again. Then number 6, after casting these skills, it will cause these 3C skills cooldown to be 2 turns. You will change the cooldown to 2 turns. So yep. So this will be the first skill to be chosen for the 3C, and the number 2 3C skills will be long investment. It will cost 1 war currency. Number 2, heal an ally based on 2 times her intelligence. Number 3, it will allow them to gain long investment. And number 4, it will allow these units with investment at the start of the turn, every start of a turn, to gain a random buff effect. Number 5, for every enemy they kill, it will allow the caster to gain 2 war currency. It will last. Number 6, it will last for 3 turns. Number 7, investment effect cannot be dispelled nor immune. So that's it for Sissy White. I'm not sure how good or bad she will be. So if she's bad right now, hopefully when her exclusive item come out, it will help speed up stuff, or well, hopefully futures will be bright for her. If not, it's kind of sad or be a waste for her new art style. Alright, and before we end the video, so okay, for her bond, it will be not so hard. So there's a good and bad news. So the good news is, to unlock one of the bond, you will require Almeida. Not Emilia. Whoa, watch too much ReZero. So one of the characters to unlock her bond will be Almeida, which is our female protagonist with pink hair. So 2 pink hair ladies, something bad will be bound to happen. And the next characters to help unlock her bond will be her bodyguard, Alastrel, the Dark Elf. So alright, so for guys who do not have the dark elf, my condolence. But well, on the bright side, at least you guys have Almeida. So alright, we have come to the end of the video. So if you have any questions, you can leave it down in the comment sections video. And remember to like and subscribe my video. And on the next video, we will showcase you guys a preview of some new 3Cs and skins and Echo of Light skins for Crimson Lord Lain and Sissy White. So okay, we've come to the end of the video. So just show you guys the inaccurate translations of Sissy White skill. So here we go. Okay, so we should go with business strategy for 3C. Yep, this definitely sounds better. Alright, so we will see you guys on the next video. So this is Kami, we will see you guys, and I'm signing off. Goodbye.